Hello and welcome to ET Auto. Luxury car market is in all-time high and 2023 has been one of the best years for luxury car makers and also especially for BMW. We have a very special guest, Vikram Pawah, President BMW Group India, to talk to us about the performance in 2023 and also the outlook for 2024 and the trends in luxury car market. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Vikram, first of all, I would like to understand the performance of 2023 of BMW Group India. What has been the high points for the car company?
So I think, well, as a group between the three brands of BMW, Mini and Motorrad that we sell in India, it has been a trailblazing performance because it's been an absolute record sales for all three brands in India since our inception. So really great work done by our dealer network and our teams, and I thank our customers for choosing BMW and making us grow in a very fast pace in India. But more importantly, I think the way the year progressed was really interesting because quarter on quarter it felt like a test track.
Right.
You know, every quarter we were gaining momentum, every quarter we were trying to hit new milestones, and quarter four was the pinnacle. So in quarter four of 2023, we grew by 42% in our car business. So we finished the year fully with the sales of 14,172 cars, which is a record sales for both the brands, and we grew by 18%.
Yeah.
Similarly, in our two-wheeler business, we continue to grow quarter on quarter. We finished the year with 8,678 bikes that we sold with a growth of 20%. So really good performance all across. And it's not just one product or the other. It has been a holistic increase in our product lineup and the sales surge in every brand that we launched. Yeah.
So what are the factors fueling the growth of the luxury car market?
I think first is overall, the overall industry is growing. I think we saw the entire industry has grown in 2023. So that's one factor, clearly. Also, the confidence that customers have in the economy, in the stability, in the prospect, in future, that gives them the confidence to actually, purchase new cars. And also what we're seeing is that as the younger population of India is coming into the consumption fold, they are adapting more to great experiences, great luxury, and migrating upwards, literally. In terms of their purchase intention, because I always believed in this thing that as Indians, we are no lesser than our counterparts in the US or the Europe. So why would we not choose something that my counterpart in these countries is driving? And I think that characteristic is very well displayed by the younger population that is coming through.
Right.
So that's one. And the main factor, I think, for us when I talk about it is the great products that we have launched in the last 2 years. So starting from the 3 Grand Limousine that we started straight after COVID, right? That was a fantastic product, which is now contributing to 20% of our sales as 3 Series overall. It is the biggest selling product is 3 Series for us, followed by X1, which we launched in early 2023. That has given a growth of 44%. That also contributes to 20% of our sales. And the X7, which we launched as a facelift, is actually also contributing heavily to our sales of almost 11%. So great contribution by all these 3 products.
Right.
And this is what shows that if you have the right product for India, people will adapt to it.
Right.
The other success story that's continued is on the electric mobility. I think we have been leading that charge since 18 months when we launched 3 great products. Since then, we have increased our lineup to 5 products now. I think we are the only manufacturer in the country that offer 5 distinct products, which are in different formats, not variants or not, options that people can choose. It's actually entire distinct products that they can choose. So we are leading that space with 50% market domination in the electric space, and we sold 1,472 cars there. That was 3 times growth, literally, compared to 2022. Yeah.
Right. So it's quite interesting to know that you have been leading the EV space in the luxury car market, and it's also interesting to know that while you are selling around 1,400 units in the electric mobility, mass car markets are able to sell around 2,000 units. So what is your learnings from this? Is luxury car buyers are more adaptive towards a new technology, and how do you think the overall ecosystem?
I think, luxury car buyers as a mindset are always more more open to adopting new technologies and new trends, and electric absolutely is the transforming trend in the industry that we can see. So clearly, yes, there are early adopters in our space that happens, but also you have to understand that the use case or the requirement of these customers are very unique as well, right? They're mostly traveling intra-city, right? They normally have a parking space in their home. So we provide a private charging space or a private charging network for our customers. So you can literally charge your car like you do your phone every day, even if you're using it at high usage. So that is the convenience factor is there. Of course, if you don't have a parking space, if you're reliant on street parking and then public charging network, then it becomes difficult to adapt to electric. So one is that reason of convenience, and the other one is showing and making a statement about that we are contributing to the environment as well by choosing a sustainable product with zero emissions. Yeah.
So as an industry leader, do you think that EV luxury car market will surpass the mass car EVs?
I can't say about the volume, but in terms of penetration, I'm sure it is already. So I mean, if you look at it, we are already at 10% penetration level in 2023. So 10% contribution coming from electric sales. I'm not sure how many other manufacturers in the industry can talk about 10% level already in the first full year of operation of electric. I expect that to grow to 25% in 2025.
Wow.
And I think that is what will grow the market, as I can see, for us, and we'll continue down that path.
Yeah. So before we discuss about the 2024 outlook, I would just like to give a spotlight on the trends in Indian luxury car market, especially on the consumer side. Is Indian consumer changing from what you have seen in past 5-7 years and what is currently now, and how do you see that because of your 360-degree plan, financial option, used car market is also getting robust growth. How do you see that the Indian car buyers are now moving towards luxury car market?
So I think there's a tactical shift that is happening in the industry, what I've seen since COVID. Either it's a mindset shift that has happened that, whether it's you call it YOLO or whatever, concept you want to put to it. But basically people are now looking at better experiences in life. That's the underlying framework that what we can notice as a clear trend. We thought it was only a post-COVID phenomena, but I think last 2 or 3 years have proven that it's actually a sustainable phenomena. And I think that's coupled with, like I said, the younger generation of India being the youngest population coming into the consumption, fold. Their behavioral pattern is much different than the previous generation. So I think these two things combined is creating a double effect or a chain reaction, which is leading to people migrating towards more upwards. And this is across categories, not just for automotive. I mean, we've seen that across, food, beverages. You've seen it in fashion. You've seen it in holidays. Anything you pick up, you can see that migration upwards is actually happening. So that is clearly fueling it. But also for us, again, I say that for me, the shift of offering great products which are more suitable to India.
Right.
So for example, the 3 Grand Limousine, which is a full-size sedan, has absolute space for the family as well as for driving. The X1 is there clearly, which is a bigger platform than what it was earlier. Those are adapting even new customers who have never been into the premium fold. So, I've said that when we launched the X1, 56% of our customers are coming from non-premium. Right. That's a big number. If you've never seen that kind of a thing, we've seen more and more younger population, the young corporate customers coming through and adapting to luxury as well. So clearly, many drivers that are driving to this growth, and it looks clearly sustainable.
Right.
Yeah.
So good to know about that the Indian consumer is now moving towards better experiences and getting more luxury stuff. What is your outlook for 2024? What kind of planning is there to sustain this kind of growth, and how do you see the overall luxury car market performing next year?
So from planning perspective, we expect a good growth in 2024 as well. I think we've said that in start of 23 as well, we expected good growth. We've delivered that. I expect 24 to be similar. A few factors which give me the confidence behind it is, one is looks like we're going to have a stable economy. Consumer sentiment is going to be stable, so really good prospects there. But also, we'll have full year availability of all our new launches that we did in 2023. Right. So that's where the momentum comes from. In addition to that, we won't just stop there. We'll launch 13 new four-wheelers and 6 new bikes as well in 2024. Right. So that again gives us the next momentum of growth as well. So I expect really good growth in 2024.
So it will be a double-digit growth again?
Well, we have been doing that for the last 3 years, so why not this year again?
Right. Last question on your expansion strategy, on the dealership and your retail next strategy. How do you see that playing an important role in the BMW's growth in the next few years?
So I think the customer experience is the centerpiece of our strategy. One is you give great products, but at the same time you need to match it up with fantastic customer experience as well. And we have always been known to actually set benchmarks in that level. So at the moment, we have 63 touch points for our four-wheeler business. We expect to expand it to 80 by 2026. So we will expand by 17 touch points in 3 years, and we'll actually enter 8 more cities. So you can see we are getting more out there into 43 cities of the country now, which is the main consumption centers for the country. So we will reach out to everyone, but also more importantly, we'll change the way we offer this experience to a customer.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people talk about making things compact, going only digital, or excluding one channel or the other. We are very clear. We think the dealerships are the pivotal and the core of our business, and we'll continue doing that. We'll have dealerships being at the forefront and our brand ambassadors for our customers. Rather, we are going to invest heavily into our dealer network in revamping the entire showrooms and the service center, which give you a much better experience, a holistic experience, which is more related to what is happening in the society right now, the way we integrate with technology, the way we integrate with products, and the way we want to spend time with people. That is what will be reflected in our showrooms, in infrastructure, in processes, in kind of experience that you get, and that's what we call as our Retail Next strategy, which we already started in 2023 as a trial, and now we'll start rolling out over the next 3 years across our dealer network. And you can probably, those who haven't been to Agra lately, maybe if you're visiting Agra, please feel free to have a look at a new concept there. The first showroom actually opened in the city of love, which is Agra. Yeah.
One last question on your outlook of fuel mix. You have across diesel, petrol, BEVs and plug-in hybrid. How do you see the overall structure? And also if you can throw some light on the plug-in hybrids, do we see more from BMW or it will be completely BEV going forward?
So at the moment, the mix for us is, like I said, 10% of our sales is contributed by electric vehicles. So 90% is contributed by traditional engines, right, which is petrol and diesel. Within that, petrol is 56% and diesel is 34%. That's what the mix is. So it's a good balance, you can see that. I expect that to continue because when we have availability of petrol, diesel and electric at every price point, I see a good mix between the three. Really, that'll be a good mix. So I don't see any one of them disappearing immediately unless the customer demand totally changes. Right. So that's there. And also, I expect this growth to be fueled by these options section. Right. The more choices customer have, the more growth will happen. I feel that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.